everyone, it's Karen from the Geordie Grandma. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's okay. Hope you've had a really good bank holiday weekend, or if you're watching this at some other time, I hope you've had a really good day. So today I thought I would do a favourites and fails video. I haven't done one of these for a long time and I've got a few things that I'd like to share with you. So I've got some books, I've got some makeup, I've got some bags, I've got a hobby, and I've got a couple of items of clothing that I thought I'd share with you. So I'll go through them, show you them and tell you what I thought. So I'll start with the books because they're the easy things. I've read quite a few books this year. Not all of them have stuck in my mind. You don't usually find, you know, every book you read is going to be one that you remember, but these two I'm going to show you, I really did enjoy them and they'll probably stick with us for a while. The first one is called, I want to say Beggar's Abbey, but it looks like Beggars Abbey, and that actually does come up in the book how to pronounce it, and it's by V.L. Valentine. And this is quite a supernatural kind of book, so if you like that kind of book you might like this. And it's about a girl who's grown up in America, and her mum dies, I think she's about 18, 19, and she finds some letters hidden in the flat that they lived in. And it turns out that she had a family in England and is heir to a very old mansion type house. So she goes over to England, she meets the lawyer over there, and you know, she goes and stays at the house, and that's when things start to happen. And you're not quite sure what's going on. It kind of keeps you guessing a little bit as to what's going on. And it's written nicely. It reminded me a little bit of Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca, that kind of style of writing. If anybody else has read this, what did you think? Did you think the same? I did enjoy it. It's well worth a read. It was a page turner. I liked the characters. I liked the way it was written. So that was definitely a favourite for me recently. The other book I read that was a favourite with me was Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. Now, I've heard a lot of booktubers talk about this and said they really liked it. And sometimes when booktubers say they really like a book, I don't like it. But I did like this one. I thought this was a really nice read. It wasn't a page turner, but it was a book that you felt really comfortable sitting reading. It was nicely written, the characters were well drawn, and it was a nice story. It's about a woman called, I forgot what she's called. She is called Elizabeth Zott, and she's a scientist in the 50s. And a couple of things happen and she ends up as a single mother. She's been sacked from the research institute that she works for, and she ends up working as a very reluctant TV cook. Becomes quite famous at that. And there's a few things going on in the book. Our daughter is I think she's a 5-year-old. She's quite precocious. And there's a little bit about her wanting to find out about her father, and you find out a bit about his background that you didn't really know before. And it is a nice read. Nothing startling. I don't think it is as fantastic as people talk about. This is, you know, on the front it says, yeah, a timeless novel. Absolutely unputdownable, thought-provoking and stylish. I didn't think it was unputdownable. I'm not sure about timeless, possibly because it was written in the 50s, well, not written in the 50s, but it's set in the 50s. I suppose that does make it timeless. I did get annoyed a few times through this book because women in the 50s were really treated terribly. I mean, you know, just in a work situation, it's shocking, absolutely shocking. And I know when I was, you know, working back in the 70s and maybe even in the early 80s, it was still like that. And I'm assuming there's still some places that are, you know, very like that, you know, the old boys club and not letting women get a look in. So there's a lot of that going through it, which is quite annoying, and I got quite frustrated with it. But she sticks up for herself, and in the end, you know, she's the winner. So I do highly recommend that book if you're looking for a nice read that's not too taxing, not too harrowing or anything like that. It's just a nice read. So those were the books. I'll go on to the couple of little makeup bits I've got. I've got one thing that I've been gifted this month. Actually, I've got two things I've been gifted this month, and I really liked both of them, so I thought I'd share them with you. The first one is Nobu Lash Mascara. It came in a little box. I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can read you what it says on the back. It says, as we approach the better years of our life, our eyelashes get thinner and shorter. Very true for me. This is why we at Nobu Cosmetics created a product that will take care of your eyelashes by boosting their natural growth. Our formula will lengthen, strengthen and thicken your eyelashes, making our Nobu Lash Mascara the most enjoyable experience you've had in a long time. And I have to say, I absolutely love this mascara. I'm wearing it today. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but like I say, it comes in a little box. It's in a little gold tube. I'll just open it so you can see the wand. Here's the wand. I think that's a plastic wand rather than a bristle wand. I could be wrong. I'm not going to touch it because I'll get my hands covered in mascara. But the mascara, this is black. It glides on really, really smoothly. It feels, I know it's a strange thing to say about a mascara, but it feels creamy when it's going on. And it definitely does lengthen and thicken my lashes. I think this is possibly the best mascara I have ever used. Definitely ever used. I know I like the Lacura one I got a few months ago, but this is just on a different level to that. It really is. It is a lovely mascara. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't clump, it comes off easily with my Body Shop cleanser that I really like. It's just a lovely mascara. What else did I jot down about it? Anything else? It's vegan, no clumping, it lengthens and volumizes, no smudging, and it's nourishing, and I highly recommend it. It is £21, which is more than I would normally pay for a mascara. I think the most I've ever paid is maybe a tenner, and maybe that's why I've never found one that I really liked. But this one I highly, highly recommend. Really, really nice mascara. Even though I was gifted it, this is my honest opinion of it. I wouldn't say it was a nice mascara if I didn't think it was. So that's the Nobu Lash Mascara. Now to go on to another item of makeup that I've really, really enjoyed recently. I'll say really, really a lot on this video, aren't I? And this is the Fiji Tropics Eye Palette. I think I showed this in a haul I did recently. And this has become my go-to eyeshadow palette. I wear it nearly every day. Again, I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you can, don't know how well you can see that, but the colours, they're like a pearlized. There's some matte ones. Can't get the box open. There's some matte ones in there. You can see the brown one, the green one, and this peachy colour one here are all matte, and the rest are shimmers, and they're like a pearlized. Pearlized, is that the right word? Like a pearlized colour. So this one here looks like beige, but when it goes on, this one, it's like got a purpley tinge to it. The peachy one is really, really beautiful. I love them. I absolutely love that palette. My favourite go-to ones are the peachy one here, the peach matte, that I usually use kind of above the crease. This orangey, peachy, pearlized one that I use on my mobile lid, and this one here that I use at the corner of my eye. But I have used them all, and I love it. And that was only £4.99 for that palette. I got it from Superdrug. Highly recommend that as well. The other, it's not makeup and it's not kind of beauty, but it's related, so I'll do it now. and this was a 3-pack of perfume atomizers. So I got some, I got a box of sample perfumes at Christmas, gifted from someone. Dolma perfumes they were. No, are in tiny little bottles, and I found, because it was real perfume, it didn't have an atomizer on it, I found it difficult to get out and apply. So I looked on Amazon and I found these, and I thought they'd be ideal just to decant that perfume into, and you could use them for your own perfumes as well, not just, you know, that. And they're great to just pop in your handbag, take on holiday, rather than take the big bottle of perfume. And it's like a metal tube that had a pink one, a silver one and a black one, and they all came together. And inside the metal tube, this comes out, just put that down, and it's a little glass bottle, as you can see, with the atomizer on the top. This comes off, so you can actually pour the perfume into it. It did come with a little funnel, but you don't need it. You can just actually pour the perfume into that, and they work really well. Just wash them out afterwards, you know, before you use another perfume in them. And like I say, it came in a pack of 3, and they were $6.99, and I just thought they were well worth it, and really, really handy just to pop in your bag when you're going out, or like I say, when you're going on holiday. So those were the perfume atomizers. The next thing is well, 2 things. A couple of bags I've gotten. One was gifted, so I'll do that one first. And again, I was gifted it, but I really like it. Really, really like it. So I thought I'd show you it. It is by a company called Mascara, and it's a laptop bag. I suppose you need a laptop to use it. As you can see, it's a big chunky bag. It's made of canvas and leather. I'm not sure if that's real leather or faux leather. If I can find out, I'll put it in the description below. It's got a big zip pocket, and inside, I'll put some pictures so you can see it properly, because you can't actually see it very well on this camera. So it's got 2 nice big straps, and it's got a shoulder strap that's detachable. Inside, I don't think you can see that. It's got the laptop pocket here, then it's got another pocket, and it's got a pocket on the other side for your phone and your pens. It's also got a big zip pocket, and it's got a really large pocket, the main pocket. It opens out quite wide. They had this in this colour, which is the cream canvas with the tan and brown stripe, or they've got it in the cream with the black and grey stripe if you preferred that. And that one is £32.89 on Amazon. But I just think that's a lovely stylish bag. When I finished work, the job I'm doing, and I go back to being self-employed, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to go and try and work a couple of days in a coffee shop or something like that, just to get myself out the house. And this bag will be ideal for taking, you know, my laptop, my iPad, my diary, pens, notepads. That's a great bag for that. But I just think that is so stylish. It'd be a really good office bag if you know, you need something to take to the office. I think that's really, really nice. The bottom of it is leather as well, so when you put it down, it's not going to rip or anything. But yeah, I really like that. I'll leave the links below in case you want to go over and have a look at them. But yeah, that's from Mascara. The other bag I got, everything else I got wasn't gifted, it was things that I bought myself. And this is another bag I bought myself. I did mention this bag on this week's Summer Body Challenge video. If you haven't watched that, I'll put links in. You can go and have a look. It is a series of videos that myself, at Busy Bee Marie, at Tina's Talk Time, and at Maria Crocker are doing as a collaboration to try and lose some weight and get fit and healthy for the summer. So if you want to watch that, you can go over and have a look. But I think I showed this on this week's video, but I'll show it again on here because it is one of my favourites, and it is a backpack. Again, I really love it. It is waterproof. It's got the backpack straps. It's got a little handle here if you just wanted to carry it. It also has an extra strap, so you could wear it as like a shoulder bag. when it came, I thought that's really small. I'm not going to get a lot in that, but it's very deceiving. It's got the big pocket at the back, which zips right out. And I managed to get my lunchbox and my purse and a book and, you know, my bits of deodorant and a hairbrush. And get tons of stuff in there, really. It's got a little zip pocket there as well. You can put some, you know, yeah, lip gloss and whatever else in. It's got side pockets, so you could put a water bottle in there, your keys. It's also got some zipped side pockets that are kind of hidden in the side that are quite big as well. I've actually got some sachets of coffee, and I've got a lip gloss in there that I thought I'd lost, so that's handy. And it's got one of those on each side. Like I say, it's waterproof material. It's like polyester nylon-y kind of material, and I just thought that was really pretty. I got that from Amazon, and that was $26.99, but I do think that was well worth it. I use it nearly every day because I walk to work, and it's handy to have a backpack. So yeah, that was a favourite. We'll go on to television. I haven't really been watching much of anything new on television. If anybody's got any recommendations for TV programmes, leave them below because I'm getting a bit stuck. The things that I've been enjoying recently are 2 series that I've actually watched before. The first one is A Wiedersehen Pet, which was filmed back in the 80s. And it is about 3 Geordie lads who go across to Germany and work on a building site, and you know the antics they get up to. I think there was about another 4 series after that, but I'm really enjoying that. I just thought that was a really good series, and the fact that there's Geordies in it, you know, makes it better for me. So I have really been enjoying A Wiedersehen Pet again, which is on Prime TV on BritBox at the moment. So I've been watching that on there. And the other series I've been rewatching is something called True Blood. If you've watched my channel for a while, you'll know I'm a huge vampire fan. And True Blood, I watched when it first came out. It's about a girl in a southern town in America, and she falls for a vampire. Vampires are, you know, living amongst everyone in society in this True Blood program. Everybody knows about them. Some are bad, some are good. And it kind of follows, you know, Suki Stackhouse's journey and Bill the vampire. So I think there's 7 series of it, and we watched them all again recently, and for the life of me I could not remember watching the last 3 series. I know I've seen them, but I really couldn't remember them. There was little bits where I thought, yeah, I vaguely remember that, but I just didn't remember them. So I actually enjoyed the series the second time round because it felt like the first time I was watching it. So if you do like vampire stuff, then, you know, you might like True Blood. You may have already seen it, but if you haven't, I highly recommend that as well. Films I've been watching. I've been to the pictures to see one of them. The pictures, or the cinema as my children say I should call it. 2 of them I saw on TV, and I think these were both on Now TV. The first one was Elvis, the one that's kind of the stories about, I think it's Colonel Tom Parker, I think he was called. And it's basically about his influence on Elvis Presley. I don't know if this was a favourite film. I had to watch it, but for me it was a little bit disappointing. And I'm not sure why. I just seemed to skim over a lot of stuff. I ended up feeling really sorry for Elvis at the end because I think he'd been guided by this Colonel Tom Parker. And I think if it wasn't for him, you know, his life might have been completely different. The guy who played Elvis, Aaron somebody, I think he was called. He was really good. You know, the music was great. But it was quite a sad film. So I don't know if it was a favourite, but I definitely think it's one to watch if you're an Elvis fan. The next film that I really enjoyed was also on Now TV, and it was Bullet Train. Now I saw trailers for this for a while, and I thought, yeah, that looks good. And I did think it was like an action film with maybe a little bit of comedy in it. But it was really a comedy. It was so funny. For the first 10 minutes, I'm like, what is this I'm watching? It's basically about Brad Pitt. well, Brad Pitt's character, and I think he's maybe been a hitman, and he's trying to recover some briefcase for some unknown person that he keeps talking to on the phone, and it all takes place on what's called the bullet train in Japan, and that, you know, there's a few shady characters on there all looking for the same briefcase. It's true, there is a lot of action in it. There's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of killing in it, but it is really funny. It's about 2 hours, 15 minutes long, and I highly recommend it. I thought it was really good. There's a lot of little cameos by people that you wouldn't expect to do little cameos, like Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. But yeah, really enjoyed it, so I highly recommend that. The next two things are items of clothing. The first one is a coat, and I'm going to put a picture in here rather than try and show you it. In fact, I'll try and show you it, but I'll also put a picture in. I got this from Primark, and it is it's called a rain parka, and it's got a hood. It's made of polyurethane and polyester, and it does say spot clean only, so I don't think you can put it in the washing machine. Obviously, it may melt if it's got anything hot on it. It's got some nice big pockets on it. It's got a zip fastening. It's also got some press stud buttons on it. It's got a nice big hood. It's got a drawstring to it if you want to use that. It's elasticated at the waist, and it kind of kicks out to a little peplum at the bottom. The sleeves, long sleeves, and it's got a little, you can adjust them to make them smaller, tighter or looser, whichever you want. This was £25 at Primark, and I got it in a size large, which is actually a 14 to 16 in Primark. And now, as I'm a size 18 to 20, a 14 to 16, you know, was pretty good for me. So if you did want to get something like this, I would definitely try it on, because they are, you might want to size down in them. I tried the extra large in store, and it was just massive on us. The arms I still feel are a little bit big, but it fits perfectly everywhere else, so I was happy with that. Like I say, that was £25. It comes in a stone colour, this mint colour, a navy colour, and yellow. But Primark stuff sells out quite quickly for the things that are, you know, nice. So if you fancied something like that, I would go and grab one quick. And especially for all the rain we're having at the moment, it's ideal. That was me Primark jacket. The other thing was Marks and Spencer's bras. The Flexi Fit bra. The ones that are for the fuller bust, and there's no wires in them. And they are absolutely fabulous. Really are. I've been wearing mine. I bought two. I bought a black one and a white one. Been wearing mine all the time. They are the most comfortable bras I've ever worn. No digging in, no, you know, I hate wired bras, and they're so uncomfortable, especially when you've got a bigger bust. But these Flexi Fit bras, they're not padded, they're not wired, they're just really, really comfortable. I wear them for work, I wear them out. They're quite supportive. I wouldn't want to run in them. You may want something a bit more supportive if you're going to do that. But I do highly recommend them. They were £22 each, and they come in, I've got it written down here. They come in black, white, nude, pink and blue. And I definitely think I'm going to go and buy a pink and blue one as well, because I just thought they were fab. I'll put a picture in here rather than showing a picture of me with the bra on. I'll put the picture from the website in there so you can see what they look like. The last thing I wanted to mention for the favourites and fails. Oh, I forgot the fail. And it was a film. See, I've got it written down, but I'm not looking. I'm not checking them. The fail this month was a film, and it was something I went to the pictures to see. We went to Alnwick Castle recently, took the grandkids to Alnwick Castle, and I hadn't realised that the film Dungeons and Dragons was filmed at Alnwick Castle. I hadn't really fancied going to see it. I do kind of like that kind of film, but when I knew it was filmed at Alnwick Castle, I thought, yeah, I'll go and see it. So we went to see it. It's about a 2.5 hour film, I think. And it had potential, but I felt that it was trying to be like too many other films. I felt there was a bit of Lord of the Rings in there. There was a bit of Guardians of the Galaxy in there. There was a bit of Avengers in there. and there was even a little bit of Harry Potter in there. And I just thought it didn't really know what it wanted to be. It didn't have its own identity. And the group of characters, you know, like Avengers and Guardians and Lord of the Rings, they've all got a group of characters that you kind of get on board with and you like, and you're rooting for them. These characters I really didn't care about. Chris Pine was the main male lead in it, and I just thought his character was a bit wishy-washy. It just didn't do it for us. Hugh Grant was in it, and I thought his character was quite good. I'm quite impressed with Hugh Grant. I thought he played the part well, but I thought the first hour of the film was really slow, very slow. There wasn't enough action in it at all. I thought the last half hour was good. It just needed more of it. So don't let my review of it put you off. If you really want to see Dungeons and Dragons, or you've been to see it and you thought it was good, let us know. You know, it's good to hear other people's opinions. But for me, that was my feel recently. Dungeons and Dragons, didn't enjoy it at all. And in fact, Warren fell asleep. I had to nudge him. So that's how good it was. So we'll end with favourites. And it's a kind of a hobby. And I started going to, 3 months ago, I started going to a sip and paint class, which is where it's a local like hall place, and you go and you can get a drink from the bar, a cup of coffee, and you sit and you do a watercolour. The teacher or whoever's running the class, she takes you step through this watercolour painting, and I was absolutely gobsmacked at the results. I never ever thought I was creative. So I'll show you what I've produced there. The first one we did, which I've already framed, was a hedgehog. And I was absolutely gobsmacked that I produced that. And when I brought it home, Warren went, "You painted that?" And I said, "Yes, I did." And I'm very proud of that. So it's about an hour and a half, the class, hour and 45 minutes, and it's £15. And I think a sip and paint class is a franchise, and I think they have them in some other places in the country. So if you fancy doing something like this, I highly recommend it. Honestly, everybody's painting, there was about 20 people in the class, and everybody's painting was good. So it's obviously the way it's taught. She teaches you bit by bit. She tells you what paint to use, what brush to use, how much water to use, where to put the colour. I thought it was fantastic. The next month we did a March hare. I haven't framed this one yet. I didn't think that was quite as good as my hedgehog, but I'm still chuffed with it. I mean, I can't believe I did that. Haven't got a creative bone in my body, honestly, and I managed to do that. And then last month it was a dairy cow, and I'm so gobsmacked at how well they turn out. Really am. I go with my daughter and my daughter-in-law, and they're loving it as well. And this month's one is a ladybug on a leaf, so I'm really looking forward to that. There's one a month, so we're planning on doing the whole year, so we can get, you know, a collection of 12 watercolours to frame and put on the wall and say, I'm an artist. That's what I did. So yeah, highly recommend the sip and paints. That's all my faves and one fail for the month. If you've bought any of these things or read any of these things or watched any of these things, do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let us know in the comments below. And like I said, if you know of any TV programs that you think I might like, also let me know in the comments below as well, because I'm looking for some new things to watch on telly, because I'm watching things I've already watched. That's all I've got for you today. I'll be back on, not sure what day, but I've got a video coming out that's talking about 10 low-carb snacks that I've bought from Aldi. That works well with the summer body challenge that we're doing. Like I said, if you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd be really grateful if you did subscribe. It helps give me a boost, helps, you know, YouTube put my videos in front of more people. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That also helps. Comments helps. Shares help. Sorry, my phone storage ran out there. So like I was saying, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That also helps boost my channel. That's all I've got for you at the moment. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. So bye for now.